I am about to put some Marans eggs into lockdown right now. Hopefully this is going to be my last hatch of this year. I'm totally over it. The only reason I'm still hatching is because I lost so many at the beginning of the season to predators and then coccidia. So I'm hatching out some F1 wheat and olive eggers right now. So they're eggs laid by wheat and Marans. I always get messages from people about how tricky it is to candle Marans eggs. And so I want to show you how I candle these eggs and what I'm looking for at lockdown. Marans eggs can be really tough because they're dark and they're less porous and it's hard to see what's happening inside. But right now at lockdown, it's like day 18 or 19 or something. It's much easier to see inside because the air cell is really pronounced and the chicks are really developed. So you'll be able to see the eggs that I'm sending into lockdown and the eggs that I have quit at some point in development. And because you always ask, this is a candler, y'all. I have been accused of it being other things, but it is a candler. It is the Magic Fly candler. I'll put a link to it in the description. I may not technically know which day of development I'm on right now, but I do know that I started incubating on 5/28. On 5/28, I put 17 wheaten olive eggers into lockdown. Okay, look. I'm holding the egg with the pointy side down and I'm candling at about a 45-degree angle so we can see that really nice big air cell up there and a nice full egg. That egg looks good to head into lockdown. Same with this one here. Nice, big, beautiful, secure air cell ready for lockdown. Nice, full, beautiful egg. But then there's this one right here. Okay, see how this one has a lot of white spot in there? I suspect that this one quit relatively late in the incubation process. Nice full egg, big beautiful air cell. Okay, I'm actually not sure what's happening here. It almost looks like maybe it's a little further behind in development, but when in doubt, I always leave it in. And okay, this egg still has, I can see veining in it right up through here. You can't see it on camera, but I can clearly see veining happening in there. So I know that there was a chick developing in there. If it were just a big black mass, that's what you have to look out for with rotten eggs. This one's looking good. Beautiful. This is always a nice candle when you see a bunch of, oh shoot, oh man, I had that one upside down. My bad. When most of the eggs are ready for lockdown. Okay, again, I'm not sure exactly what's happening here. But when in doubt, I'm just gonna leave it in. That's the motto. When in doubt, leave it in. Sometimes these darker colored eggs I have found are a little bit slower to develop. And like if I'm hatching different colors at the same time as the darker colors, I find that the darker colors tend to hatch last. My bantams always tend to hatch first. This one, again, I don't know, this one also appears to have quit. I am now going to line the bottom of my incubator with this shelf liner that I picked up from Walmart. It don't have to be perfect, y'all. We do this so that the floor isn't super slippery when they hatch, and we can help prevent things like slip tendons and splayed leg this way. Although sometimes splayed leg is caused by vitamin deficiencies, it can also be caused by like slick floors and brooders in the incubator and in the brooder, and they don't have like a firm enough footing to stand up and they slip their legs out. So the shelf liner just helps to prevent that. And then this is the Brincy Mini or Maxi. I never know which one it's called. Which is it? It's a Maxi, a Brincy Maxi. And I'm going to fill both of these compartments right here with water at lockdown. It's worth noting too that this is the first time I've added water in this whole incubation process. I have dry hatched these darker eggs. I find that with the darker eggs, lower humidity is way better than a higher humidity. And especially here in Florida, my resting humidity when I don't add water is usually around like 35%, which is perfect for these eggs. Okay, so we have 14 out of 17. I started with 17 eggs heading into lockdown, and I'm really happy with those numbers, y'all. Hopefully in a couple days, we'll be moving all of our last hatch of the season into the brooder.